What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing on this Friday evening? Want to say hi to Nevea, West Coast Digital, and Cap. What are y'all doing? Y'all are already here waiting on us to get this thing kicked off. We appreciate y'all being here. What's the matter, you? What's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? We'll give it a little bit, let everybody get unsettled and in. And Cap, appreciate you coming home and jumping in on this. We are doing one that says we built a live broadcasting beast. And like I said, we're going to give it a couple to let people jump in here. And
so quick shout out to my guy ANCAP. If you can, bro, stick around to the end. I think at the last 15 minutes, we're gonna open it up and let people jump up on panel. And if you've got a minute, we'd love to see you up here.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Same for everybody that's showing up into the
For sure.
into
Hey,
the
everybody.
the deals over there. Oh, what's up? What's up, big guy? How you doing, the real sovereign citizens? How are you, sir?
Hey,
Much
John
love
Eagle.
to you, John Eagle, sir. How are you, man? I'm gonna
appreciate you
fanboy
guys
for a
stopping
minute.
in.
Big fan, John. Appreciate what you're doing out there, man. Same. You know, it's we're letting everybody come in. You can text a few folks and make sure they know. Real Liberty Media, we appreciate it. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. Have a bunch of people jumping in. We appreciate you guys. You could be watching anything else on the internet and you chose to come hang out with us. We really appreciate it. We'll get into the show here in just a few more minutes. A few more, here's and there's. And we'll get this thing kicked off. You know, if you read in the description, if you read the title, we're definitely fixing to change a few things in how things are done in the streaming world. So, all right. So,
Thank you
what
guys again
actually
for a couple of minutes of your Friday night.
Bring us to the stream this Friday? There's a couple of things. What do you got on it, No Name?
Okay. So guys, we're really here to tell you about what these guys have been building. What we call TRaX. So we're gonna go under the hood with the guys, with the minds that are actually behind this tech. You guys know me. I'm No Name Coder. I've been here for a minute, and you guys both know EJ and Chris over here at Friends in Code. And those guys are really the engineers and the innovators behind TRaX, and these new reports we're going to be dropping here, guys. And just about 9 days, on April 13th, you guys will be able to get a hold of some of this stuff yourself for the first time. We're talking some crazy new stuff with streaming, and we just want to bring you guys a little bit more about it. So if you don't take a second, we're gonna rewind just a little bit, and we're gonna talk this through from like the beginning. So if you don't mind, EJ, Chris, why did we build this? It didn't just appear overnight, right? What really kicked it all off? What was the thing that we saw that we had to address?
Well, one of the major things is that for us to actually be able to look at video, most of the platforms don't allow scraping of videos once they're, part of said social platform.
Right,
So
like YouTube, we can't go and get a video.
Kinetic, did you? It's not intentional. I'll have to fix it in a minute. But the whole thing with the need, right, is that we needed a way to make it worthwhile for people to stream with us, right? Because we needed the data before it gets to these platforms, because that's the only chance that we'll really get to analyze it, right? And we couldn't really ask somebody else to have to start two streams, right?
Right.
So that's what kind of
the ass.
Yeah,
it's gotta be easy. It should be just
It's
as
gotta
easy as
be easy.
streaming with anything else, right? Like if you're going to be a streamer, you want to use something. If you're going to be using our technology, if you're going to be trying to use our facial recognition tech and stuff in real time, you want it to be something that's just as easy as the other streaming software you're using. You don't want to have 2 phones out there trying to do this and that and capture this, right?
Standing
So
on
we
one
tried to make it
leg.
easy, right? So honestly, right, it was kind of chaotic, right? The way I tried to test it and the way I did it at first, right? We were monitoring multiple streams and all kind of dumb stuff, and none of it was really cohesive. And so we built TRaX, right? And EJ, can you tell us a little bit about how it helps us keep it all organized and how it's going to help us improve like the stuff that our users are able to send to us?
Yeah. This kind of goes back to like 5 years ago, but thinking about it is using SRT to take in video, and then that allows us to accept multiple different quality of cell phone connections and still get a very decent video fluidity and not have it drop, or we can detect when it drops.
Okay, so is that how you guys did that one thing that you were telling me about, where like if somebody goes offline because their signal is so bad that not even our advanced signal handling can keep it up, that we're able to like post some kind of message or temporary video for their users to watch until they reconnect?
Not even that, we literally keep the stream running and we can send it to different content, send the closing message, bring the stream down, or all sorts of things.
Oh wow.
And speaking of which, sorry,
That's amazing.
I want to inject here real quick. So, Kinetic, you don't have to have 50 to go live, brother. You don't. Sign up, go in there, try to go live and tell it you're going to use OBS and go live with that, and then go get you a program called IRL Pro, right? You can use IRL Pro and get your stream key, air quotes, and use that. And you can go live before you're 50. Sorry, guys. When I see that 50 subs thing, I want to make sure that everybody knows that that's to use their application. You don't have to use their application to go live.
Okay, and that's all cool to nerd out for a second, and I really do appreciate you helping the audience. But I think we're here for something, in my opinion, and no offense to anybody watching, but we're here for something a little bit more important than just giving somebody general tech tips. Like, and not to be too much of a straightforward about it, but we kind of got to get back to the point. So at its core, Chris, what we're doing is something called muxing, right? And as far as I understand it, because it's not really my area of expertise, but it's all about mixing multiple input streams into one stream, right? And it could be all kinds of things like camera feeds or file-based assets or screen shares and all kinds of stuff like that. And we kind of ingest it and put it all together and then give it back to their social media platforms. Is that something like right?
It's what's being built. Yes, that's what it boils down to, right? Is that, if you happen to be out and you happen to have multiple streams or multiple camera angles that you would like to have streamed into a single stream, right? Like one live channel that has all the cameras on it, so to speak. That's what the muxing part of this is, right? So, with our system, we're able to handle multiple inputs and multiple outputs, of varying degrees of, video, right? Video types. So, you're able to, come in, get set up with us, get your main account, get your, if you want to have multiple inputs, sign up for them, and we'll get them rocking and rolling, and you can add them to the system, right? And
okay, so
you guys
after you add them and after the muxing, right? What happens then?
Basically, from there, your one stream that you told me was your output, right? You might have, let's say, ubloobs, the Rumble, the Kick, the X, the whatever, right? That you want this multiplex screen to go out to, right? So it's, you don't have to. Basically, what it does is that you give us all the one stream, and we put it all together on one output for you, right? And then give you the ability if you want to send it to multiple social medias.
Okay, so did you say that you might have something that you could show us?
Yeah. Would y'all like to see it? I think we can do something like that. Let's see here. Is that doing it? I think that's doing it. That did it. Right. So when we're in TRaX, right, you can come in here. We'll start off. You come in and set up your cameras. I've got this one labeled outbounds. Yeah, we're getting severe weather, so we might have some interruptions in the stream, so bear with us. Right, so
guys, if I drop out, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries, man. We will endeavor to continue the stream, and when you come back to us, because everything's cool, it'll be great.
Oh yeah.
So with these things, you can do the TRaX encoding, right, which gives you the ability to do that multiplexed output that we were talking about. So you come in and set up your streams, and then when you come over here to your mux out, right, you choose what type of muxing you want. Hold on just a second, guys. All right. So, and we've got a couple different layouts that you can do, right? You can do a side by side, and you can do the overlay mode. The great thing about it is I can give you up to 4 overlays, right? So you can set them wherever you want, right? And you can resize them if you want to, right? So you come up. If you got 2 different cameras, or 3 different cameras, you'll be able to, set which camera's which, and then put the output straight to whichever one that you select as the actual outbound, right? When you get your camera set where you think you want them, you hit apply, you save it, and you're done, right? There'll be a green go live button here that'll, give you the ability to send it to the stream. But that's it in a nutshell, really quickly, and right. But you can set however you want on your grids.
So I could broadcast multiple cameras to my YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, all with this, and not have to worry about setting up the details for each in particular stream and how it's encoded and where it's sized, just by coming in here and configuring things, and then kind of coming over here and dropping it where I want to.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. So the last part of this is to tell it to go live, right? And I haven't put that button on there yet. I've been trying to work with the UI on this, right? But like I said, you can come in and you can set how you want your cameras to be, where you want them to be, how you want them to be.
And that's how your audience will see it?
Yes. So the main cell phone stream, right? The main cell phone stream will be the background to camera 1.
Right.
So, and these are all of those camera selections come from your configuration right here, right? How you have your cameras, set to stream into us. Right. So basically, to me, it's the ability to make sure that you can send it to multiple places. And
from multiple places, from multiple
places, yeah, multiple places, multiple cameras, right? And giving you the muxing that none of these other platforms I've seen out there do yet, right? Because
Nice.
a lot of them will let you bring in one, but they make it so difficult that you got to jump through all these damn hoops where it's not really necessary. Just tell me where you want the damn video, right? Make sure it comes in here. Make sure you come over to your Mux out, right? You come over to your Mux out, set it up, tell me how
Save
you
it.
want it, save it, and Bob's your uncle,
Right.
right?
I like Bob.
Because
He's one of my favorite uncles.
he is mine too, man. But like I said, you can move these cameras to wherever you want on the screen, right? Because it might not be just
And they
a
can
corner.
be things other than cameras, right? They can be other types of overlays and stuff.
At this point, these are only cameras, right? When we flip this, when we flip over, at the beginning, it will only be the cameras to do the overlay. But I was looking in some code. I think it's very possible that we might be able to pull off web overlays, right? I'm not saying that it's possible yet, but it looks very probable. So, well, take a real quick second, say hi to everybody, and thank them again for coming in to the stream. We really appreciate you taking time out of your day, your evening, to come hang out with us. Yeah, to come hang out with us and listen to us talk a little nerd. So
from there, I really wanted to get into the other big part of what we wanted to talk about. And before I do that, I want to bring up again, guys, like April 13th, next Sunday, we're going to be doing things where we're pushing all of our big changes we've been making out to the server that everybody gets to talk to. And we'll let you guys finally get a taste of what's going on. And this streaming stuff, guys, it's going to be in beta, right? So you guys, if you want to try it out, you can go ahead and sign up. I think it'll be like $9.99 a month for our basic plan.
Yeah,
something like that. And then you sign up for $9.99 a month, and you'll be able to stream through us, and we'll be able to get your video and analyze it with our models and our platform, and start to pull some actual actionable data and intelligence from the videos that you guys are streaming. This is going to be really one of the only ways we can do it without violating anybody's big terms of service. So remember, next Sunday, if you want to try this out, you can go try it out. Yeah.
The $9.95 part, the $9.99 one is basically the multi-stream and the Mux, right? If when we get into having to analyze the video, I got to turn on more video cards, brother. So we're gonna that one is actually $19.99. Right, a month, and you get one input and 5 outputs, where you have you also have the ability to add more inputs and more outputs if you want, right?
And you get but on top of the streaming, you're getting the data back from the algorithms that we're going to be running on your video. Right.
Yeah.
That's the big plus right there. So and so that brings me to my next big topic, guys. And that's something I just wanted to show you guys that I've been working on the last couple of weeks while these guys have been building this TRaX system. And if I can bring it up here,
yay!
This, guys, is what our reports look like right now. So when you click the generate a report button, you'll get to see all kinds of cool stuff come in. Any kind of information we've managed to find about the department, not any kind, but the kinds that we've managed to filter out right now. You can see the official city website over here, a lot of the local news sites, some stuff returned directly from a search engine. We have a roster over here that shows all of the officers. It's really easy to upload new information about the department if you have any. And let me see if I can pull this other image up real quick. So I think this will work, and it is bringing us more news sites and then some possible social media links. And this is actually a link to the department's Twitter page, and I've checked it, and it is pretty accurate. It's definitely their Twitter page. I haven't found one that's mislabeled so far, But guys, you do see here it says possible social media links, and that's because the system we're using to tie them together is still kind of rough at this point. But we're working on it, guys. So it's coming at the same time this Sunday, and I think it's going to be a pretty big deal. And we've rebuilt it from the ground up, right? Like, each report is pulling in all of this data, these rosters, and all of this social media stuff, right? So EJ, could you tell us something about where it's getting it all from?
Did you say knowledge graph?
Well, I mean, I think I did, but I don't think I said it in so many words. Could you tell us a little bit more about a knowledge graph?
Yeah. So when these AIs look at these things, it needs to have some context of what it's looking for and knowledge of the situation around it, whether it's in time, location, people. And it gives them some knowledge to work with to make assumptions.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So as it's gathering all this data and it's making all these assumptions, right? We found that it's a lot of times it's easier to gather it and a lot of it and then do the analysis, and that's because there's so much of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why does that make it easier?
Because you can do simple tasks on it in bulk.
Right, and that not only saves time,
update records, or you want to make a new report or new analysis, come up with new algorithms to measure a department by. You want to run on all the department data on all of them,
and that gives you the ability to see things like what they would call outliers, or stuff that's really far out of what they consider a normal distribution, right?
Mm-hmm.
The stuff that's just really weird or really odd, it just makes it stick out so much when you have that massive amount of data, right?
Yep.
And that's kind of
look to investigate,
right? And that's kind of one of the things that makes these algorithms so powerful, is because the more data they gather, the more clues they have to pick out these individual traits to make these labels with, or these associations, right?
Correct.
And we just keep feeding this thing, right?
Yep.
In fact, like, we are going to give away some free reports, guys. So I did a video just on my channel last night, and the top 5 comments on that video on our next week's show, we're gonna give away 5 free reports to the best 5 comments. So if you guys haven't seen it, I'd appreciate it if you go check that out and leave a comment. These reports are going to be worth it. If you guys can see this example over here, this is the result of us gathering massive amounts of data. And every time you click a report button, we're gathering more and more and more and more. So guys, if you haven't been already, go over to thepolicerecord.com and create an account. This is going to be a big tool for gathering information about law enforcement activity, so that we have an accurate record of what they're doing. And so
back to that live streaming, are we going to have a working chat system?
My understanding of it is
crickets. So at the release, no, right?
Okay.
When we do the first class, what I like to call first class integrations with the social media providers, then I would say yes, right?
Okay.
Because then I'll be able to know which stream goes live, because right now in the beta, we just know to send it to this location. It doesn't really tell us, it doesn't return back to us what the viewable link is, right? So doing the chat, there are things out there that are like BotRix has a multi-chat overlay, things like that, that if you need chat and you want chat, you can go get these overlays that you don't have to send them out. Like on RO Pro, it lets you either watch it or not, right? Not watch it, not send it out. So you'd be able to see your chat. So, but like I said, once we do the first class integrations, basically you'll have a YouTube button to click on, you'll have a Facebook button to click on, you'll have a Twitter button to click on, you'll have, every one of these guys that will actually do first class integrations we will work on getting that in the following updates, right? So, as it sits right now, the best I got for it is the little test page that I got there. That's where it's supposed to be, right? I mean,
so we don't really have it yet, but we're working on it.
Yeah, so I wouldn't even go as far as working on it to say that it's on the radar and it is
like actively in development, but it's on.
Yeah,
it's on the whiteboard.
It's on the whiteboard. It's once we verify that we can do the RTMP without issue, to the real world, right? Lab testing is one thing, real world testing is a whole nother. As we're rolling it out, basically what you'll see is that I'll give you a banner across the top of the screen to tell you, hey, we got new updates for you, and to let you guys know that the first class integration's done for whatever platform it is, right? Yeah. More than likely, if I'm a betting man, YouTube will probably be first, Rumble will be probably second, Facebook after that, and then whatever.
Okay, so that takes us right down the right road, right? So say all those first class integrations, could that be what it looks like about 6 months out, 8 months out?
The first class, probably, something like that, okay. Right? Because
that's at our current rate, right?
Yeah, because TRaX has its own special build. For lack of better terms, right now it's a black box, right? That can handle a lot of different transitions in video and a couple other things, right? That needs to be flushed out prior to trying to take on those first class integrations, right?
Right.
The actual TRaX heart has to be able to have a vein for the blood to come in, and for the vein to come back in a or vein to go out and an artery to come back, if I can actually speak English, right? So let me get this straight, right? We're going to be able, though, to tie these two together pretty cohesively in the future, right? Yeah.
So you're going to be able to use your service, your streaming service, and from that, you're not going to be only able to stream the incident, but if you're subscribed to the what was it, $19.99? You're going to be able to see this kind of live data, like these kind of reports and stuff about the officers and departments and stuff in your video. And your audience will be able to see that kind of stuff too?
Yeah, I dare say, if the audience wants automatic blurring of non-official faces, to let us know in the comments, right? Let us know in the comments if that's something that's interesting to you. Right, and then if it is, we'll get it on the radar and get it on the whiteboard, right? But I think that the thought of being able to analyze video and have a pipeline to flow it down,
so it really is a
speak.
Streaming beast.
Yeah, it's
that wasn't clickbait.
No, there's no clickbait here, man. This is an actual beast.
This is something that nobody else can do, or nobody else is doing.
Right. Yeah. Well,
right.
They're not offering it if they can do it. Right. Let's put it that way. I'm not going to say that nobody else can't do it, right? Because that would be a bald-faced lie. But
they're not.
I don't see them doing it. Right.
Right.
I don't see them actually, truly listening, trying to listen to the public. My chat's broke, guys. So if people are saying stuff to me, I can't read it. So. But
we got a solution. Watch this, guys. We got you. We're getting close to that section of the show anyway, so we're gonna flip it on over here. We're gonna say hi to everybody.
There we go.
We do appreciate you guys spending all this time on your Friday night, coming in here, checking out what we got going on. remember, guys, next Sunday on the 13th is a pretty big day for pushing this all to production. Do we have anything else that we need to really add to this, guys?
I mean, I'm just like watching, you know, when you say things like this is the worst it'll look, right?
Right?
It's so amazing each Friday that we do this so far, right? And we haven't been doing many of them, but we've got to see the evolution of both of these little things come together, right?
Right?
And you know, it's interesting. We're documenting history as we're going, right? I find that completely amazing. What's even more amazing to me is that we can do things like this chat on the side here, right? It's not our product, but we can sit here and have our conversation and have the chat and have other people that are interested and like-minded in what we're trying to go, and you know, show them what we're accomplishing and take interaction. It's just amazing to me, right? It's like the light bulb at the 1900s fair or whatever it is, 1920s fair,
The World Fair.
Fair, yeah.
Brandon wants you to add the police record to your YouTube links. Yeah,
Right.
do you like it, what's the matter? I dig the report, and I've not played around with the stream stuff myself. We have a couple of people that are already getting ready to beta test it. But I think that's going to be legit, because the last time I tested this software out in the field, it was kind of a hassle, and they've gone a long step towards making sure that it is anything but a hassle. I can just walk out there with my phone, stream like I would ordinarily stream during a cop watch or whatever, and my stuff will go where it needs to go, and I can also shove it aside to the police record to do all the fancy stuff I want to do, which is amazing to me. So guys, I appreciate it, and I can't wait to try it out myself. But I'm not going to try it out for free. I'm going to go sign up for the $9.99 myself next Sunday when it drops. I'm going to see if I can't be the first person who signs up, because that's worth $10 a month to me.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to sign up for the $20 a month plan, because I want the extra stuff.
Do remember that you can always upgrade later on, right?
Right.
So, yeah. So, will one of you guys go down there and click on the guest link and copy it and paste it? Yeah, I would have loved to have it yesterday when you fuckers got pulled over. Oh my God, that would have been fucking gold. This asshole goes live and y'all hit the Mux output. Oh my God, John, that would have been fucking gold, right? Not to me, brother. Can you drop it in the actual chat window?
I got it.
I appreciate that. But yeah, so we're dropping the link for the guests. Jump up here. But yeah, it was some crazy shit. What's up, Toe? What's up, Roadhog? Good to see you. Matt R, you know it. I take that you got to see the eggplant, huh, Matt R?
Yep, Sunday you can actually go and sign up live next Sunday.
That's the link. Can we not drop it in? Is the chat broke for you guys as well?
No, I did drop it in the chat. I just put that chat message up there.
Okay, cool.
I think you just got it again.
Got you. Cool, thank you guys. Yeah, so we're streaming on No Names channel, the Police Record, Friends in Code, and then all of the Police Record on every other platform. So Kick, Rumble, right? Things like that. Yeah, Kick, Rumble, and Twitter, I think, as well. And Brandon, I got you on the links and everything. I will make it better. What's up, hey Jot? Click the link. Click the link.
Yep, one of you guys can totally come up here and kick it for a minute. We got another 15 minutes before we're out of here. Hey Toe, thanks for stopping in. Hey Jenny.
That's so mean, I can't. I have a link,
bro.
but it is not for public consumption.
Oh, is it that one link?
It's that one link that, you know,
The one I was asking for like 3 days?
probably.
Oh, man, you guys.
No.
Is the one I think it was, where that one guy got that one thing from that one person who you normally don't get that kind of shit from?
Mm-mm.
No? Wrong video, guys.
It was one of those good ones.
I'd like to show him that video too.
Yeah.
Hey, Noli, thanks for stopping in, yo.
Thanks, Noli. Oh, you got some more fun coming your way there, it sounds like, brother.
A little bit.
Be safe on this.
Yeah, we're in an interior basement. We're all right now.
All right. So yeah, if y'all want to jump on the link,
That's awesome. What's the matter?
yeah.
I want the
like
not safe for work too.
Shit. Everybody wants that.
How can we not?
Well, sounds like he just cut out.
And we're back, guys. Sorry about that.
And you're back. All right, got you, Powers. So you got you, man. There's the sirens going.
Yeah, it's a thing, guys. It's legit living here in Tornado Alley. So, if we don't have anybody coming up, I do have a couple of extra questions I might have thought about that I might want to ask you guys specifically about the streaming for when I give it the try myself, right? If I go out, right, and I've got multiple cell phones that I'm streaming to, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens, like, if I leave one of them stationary and I take one of them with me, and one of them goes out? Is the other one still going to keep transmitting?
We're still, again, this is in the beta testing.
So we don't really know yet, but if it doesn't, that's something we'll be looking to fix.
Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, in part of the black box is we have the ability to detect all of the different statistics on the stream, whether it's coming in good or whether it's not.
Right. And that's going to be a pretty big thing.
Yeah.
With us being able to know, like, what we need to be doing to make sure that whatever our user wants to happen is happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't help but ask, like, I'm curious, is there an Eric?
Brandt?
Did you see that? Did you see that?
Did you see it? Did you see it?
I seen it.
Can you hear me? Hey.
I can.
How's it going, guys?
It's going.
Yeah.
Did you get to see any of the toys that we were showing?
No, not yet. I jumped in and came up, so I missed the beginning, but I will go back. Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's some of the reports.
That's so sweet.
Right. And the more of them we run, the better they'll get. And if you guys didn't know, I think this is the first time I really brought it up, but we got a discount. If you use Emerald 50 to go for the report service, it'll get you 50% off of that subscription for a lifetime. So
nice.
Right.
I can't wait, because like Toe and I will be going out into the field once we get into Ohio and get settled, because we'll have babysitters around us. So,
right.
You know, plus I'm so excited because, you know, we can use the
Well, not to be really personal and nosy, but I'm gonna get really personal and nosy
Okay.
because well, I'm from Ohio. What part of Ohio are you going to?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, well that's a good answer,
No,
but
I'm just kidding.
Well, we can
Toledo
hang out
area.
for 15
Okay.
minutes and she can type it to us in the background.
that's a pretty legit part of the state to be, doing your thing in my opinion. Somebody that's been there a lot. So,
No, it's a Toledo area is where
Mhm.
we'll around that area. So
hell yeah, that's awesome. I have a lot of family, not quite in that area of the state, but not far from it.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
all my family's here. So like, I've been here in Texas all my life, so this is a big thing for me. Like, do.
Yeah.
And I am not a snow bunny, so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's funny, Powers.
Right? Lifetime discounts are where it's at. This means that no matter how much the price goes up for everybody else, you're never going to pay more than half of what they pay for this stuff. And like the report you just saw, guys, like that's the worst it's ever going to look. It's only going to get better. It's only going to become more powerful and give you more information. Just like this here, like with the muxing, it's only going to get more powerful, more stable, better at sending your feed out and getting it to us at the same time. This is the worst it's ever going to be, and it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I have an accent.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe. I don't
let me
know.
ask you a question.
Sometimes every now and then, like Toe says, "Why do you get Southern?" Like I'll get this little Southern accent. I don't know. I don't know.
So you say pop or soda?
Soda.
Yeah, not no more. You don't.
No, that's
You
gonna
know-
change.
Or you don't.
It is.
People are
it
gonna
is.
look at you funny for a little bit. And
When
then
I
it'll
got
change.
with Toe, I can't tell you how many times we had that discussion.
Yes, ma'am. It's a cultural shift, that's for sure.
Yeah. So, hey, John, Noli, this is the mux out configuration. You can have up to 4 of them,
Mhm.
right? Or just one of them, right? And you can adjust the size of them, put them wherever you want, save it, and that's where I'll do the overlay of the video.
Oh, that's sweet.
And you can have up to 4 of them.
That's sweet.
So you could have 4 cameras streaming.
What if more than
Nice.
one person is streaming live at the same time? Like, how the fuck are you gonna manage all of that?
I don't have to. I wrote code to do it.
That's why we have computers.
Of
Yeah.
course you did. Of course.
I have code that manages all that crap. Right. So, the whole thing is that, there are people out there that want to be able to show multiple views as they're streaming,
Mhm.
right? But they don't want to have it go into multiple live streams on their channels, right?
Right.
Or maybe they do want them going to the multiple live channels, but they also want one that's combined.
Mhm.
Right. Those are we're here to give options, right? And if nothing else, I think a side by side, or it could be just your secondary camera that you're recording and restreaming, right? I don't see the 4 was just because I could.
Why not? You gotta
Yeah,
go big.
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, after 4, the screen becomes too busy, right? It
Right.
really becomes way too
For
busy.
me, anyway.
Yeah. Having this being like the front of your car and this being the rear view or the left-hand
Mhm.
side, right? And, if I was looking into the future, there would be real-time controls for this, right? But, as it sits right now, you only get to set it and forget it, right? But it'll stream it out, right? So, I think it's an option that, if you use it, great. If you don't, and you like the multi-streaming part of it and you don't want to use that other one, that's fine too, right? Because we can stream to a few different places now, right? All of these streams are going live right now to YouTube, Twitch, Kick, DLive, Rumble, outside of what I'm doing right now here. Right, Chris. If you don't want to do the Brady Bunch, that's fine.
Right, that's happening on the police records channel, right? Like it's or not on the police records channel, but on the police records backend. Like those streams are all going out over TRaX.
Mm-hmm.
Over TRaX right now. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right, and since I'm an admin, I can show you that out of all the ones that I have up there right now, or that have been set up with us, I broke it. Give it just a second. It'll give it to, it'll update.
And this, guys, is why it's in beta.
Exactly.
Oh wow, I can see the bit rate. And...
yeah. So I can tell you how many we got active right now. Right now on the system, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 active streams going. Right. They might not be all sent out, but there are 4 active streams that are coming into the system right now. Right. And in the next release of Firefox, this function will actually work, and it'll show all of the videos. You can, we can watch up to 16 cameras at once through this interface. Just do an add-all. Right. And then we have the ability to move around, watch them. And the other thing is that, you'll have the ability, if you have multiple cameras, your interface, your stream interface will have some of the same abilities, right? You'll be able to watch them and see what they're doing before you actually, send them out. There they go. I've got some old code that's like flipping it back to the inactive stuff. Right. So, I'm hoping to be a place that you guys want to send your data through, right? Because it solves an issue for you, and it gives you the ability to bring in multiple streams and combine it on your live stream and send it out the way that you want. Or just give you the ability to have multiple streams come in and send them out the way you want.
How about you could share streams between people?
So there's a management thing, the management idea that I was thinking, right? So if you gave somebody management access to your, basically to your account, they would be able to use those incoming streams to build something, and vice versa, right? It'd have to be a two-way handshake, right? And both of y'all could be able to, like, basically what AJOT was alluding to earlier when y'all were saying that you both were going to be going out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you could have yours with toes in the bottom right, and he could have his with you in the bottom right.
Right. Yeah, that's what
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So those are things that
that'd be hell
that would it could actually be done just off of one account, right? You buy one account, get 2 inputs. Right?
Okay. I was gonna ask.
Actually, no. It actually you would need to. You would have to go through the management, right? Because the Mux only gives you one output, right? I don't.
Okay.
If you're trying to do like TV grade studio type shit, come talk to me behind the scenes.
Okay.
Right, and I'll give you multi-muxes and all this crazy crap, but the way it's going to work is you're going to help pay for development time.
Got you.
If you want it like tomorrow.
No, got it.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the reality of it. Midwest. What's up, brother? So, y'all have questions?
Not at the moment, but yeah. And when I do, it'll be more of like you're gonna have to.
How the hell do I use it?
Yes, exactly.
Help me set this shit up so it works like you said it would.
Exactly. Yes.
I completely understand, and we'll definitely.
I'm a fast learner, so there's that.
Yeah. No. We will have documentation to show you how to go get on non-iPhone devices, right?
Yes, because I am not an iPhone person.
Right. Unfortunately, I mean,
However, you know what I'm saying? Grifting is real these days. So, I
yeah,
mean, if they
I
like the content, I'm telling
uh,
you, they could upgrade my phone. I'll use it. I'm just not paying for it.
yeah, that's definitely enterprise level, Chris. It's exactly what it is. It's because at that point you're gonna want more than just me giving you 2 muxes and 15 cameras, right? You're gonna want to be able to
Mhm.
change it real time. You're going to want to be able to have at least black fade in and black fade out when we do transition, shit like that, right? That's just um, not programmed, right? It's that kind of thing. So, and again, it's not so much the going live with friends, it's the, hey, I need multiple. I bring multiple angles that I want to share with everybody.
Mhm.
Now, if more than one person is holding that camera, like that doesn't stop you from having more than one person hold the camera. And
Right.
could they add more than one YouTube output?
Oh yeah,
Then you guys could
you
stream
could
to
have.
multiple YouTube channels. So with one account, you could just connect both your phones as an input if you had 2 inputs, and then 2 outputs in your gravy.
the the only downside to that, right? The only
Right.
downside to that is that there is not a mechanism to flip back and forth between who's live, right? Um, it falls into that professional, like for what they were wanting to do, or for what I was describing, the Toe being big screen on his live stream, and Ajot being like in the bottom right hand corner, upper
Oh,
left, right?
right.
The muxer,
And then vice
the
versa.
exactly the muxer that's currently available at the pricing that it's available is designed to only give you one output.
Right. So we're getting
Yeah.
there though.
Yeah, exactly, Chris. That's where that's where a lot of the how this shit works, right, has come
Mhm.
from watching, and going, this is a solution that needs to be here and needs to be cheaper than, it's not really the cheap part, it needs to be priced competitively, that we're not giving away the damn farm, and
Right.
we're able to buy more video cards and more
Mhm.
servers and more electrical outlets and more, and we can like continue to grow the damn thing, right? So,
Absolutely.
I think I think it's a fair offering for, giving me basically $10 a month that you can stream to us, and we'll give you 5 outputs. And if you want all 5 of them to go to YouTube, I don't care, right? One of the other things that we give right off the bat is custom RTMP, right?
What's that?
So if I don't have the service in there, right, you can put the whole URL that they give you to stream with into the system and use it without me actually knowing about the other system. Like, say BitChute, for example, I don't have those guys in there, right? And so, BitChute would be a custom, right? You would come in here, you'd add an output stream, and you'd come down here and you'd select custom, right? And you just give me the URL and the stream key, or you could just put the whole damn thing into the media URL. And ain't that the truth, Midwest? I gave it an opportunity that I don't care that I don't have them in the system. I give you a generic way of getting it out, and if it works, it works.
That's what's up. Really, because I mean, a lot of people use, like the Chinese apps that we're not really using here in America.
Yeah. So, like, any of those, as long as they give you an ability to, let's say, just set up the streaming with OBS, right? If your social media platform shows you how to set it up with OBS, I'm pretty damn sure we can stream to it with this custom URL, right?
That's what's up.
The
I
crazy
really-
thing, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I really think that you know, people outside of the United States need to see what's really going on here.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
what they're being shown and what they're being told is it's the same with us. It's what we're being shown, what we're being told outside of the U.S. is a bunch of bullshit, really.
yeah, well, right at the moment, the streaming service is only available to the United States, right? It's not available outside the continental right now, because
But
we have.
if they're watching BitChute, if they're watching YouTube, they'll be able to see it, correct?
Yeah. And my thing is that I don't want to be limited. You know, I don't want you to think that you're limited because I don't have it in my social media pull down, right? I want, you know, a lot of places want to charge you to be able to copy and paste your own custom URL in there, right? And you know, I'm not about it, right?
We'll
I
give
need
more interesting things to pay for.
Huh?
We'll give
Yeah.
more interesting things to pay for.
Okay. Bye, Ajot. You're great. Appreciate you coming up. You know, so I think that you know, giving it the ability to right off the bat, right? Not go, okay, hey, look, here's the entry level, and then, you know, oh, you want custom, you gotta step up from entry. Right? And then not only that, if you want to use 5 customs, you can use 5 customs. If you want to use 5 Twitches, you can use 5 Twitches, 5 Rumbles, 5 Rumbles. I don't care. Right? We don't care about that part of it, right? And
What
then, like,
about vertical streaming?
No vertical streaming. That's why we don't have Twitch, or excuse me, TikTok and IG at the moment. There's a amount of video that's lost when you do that rotation. That I haven't solved how to. There's an interesting situation where we have the ability to watch the face in that rotation, right? And try to keep it in the center of the screen. And I don't want to. I don't want to fuck that up, but I want to have something like that before we offer, you know, rotated, right? You know, I only do sideways orientation, 16 by 9, not 9 by 16. So, and then we'll do, you know, as things come along, they'll get better, right? It'll get better. So, what's up, Edwina? How are you? Appreciate you coming in. So, you know, we've got all these different types of, you know, opportunities to stream, opportunities to mux it out, right? And, you know, like I said, nobody's offering stuff like that, right? Nobody gives you an opportunity to go, well, you know, I want to have another output, or I want to have another complete stream, right? There's not many places out there doing this that let you add the stream singularly, number one, and number 2, add inputs singularly as well, right? So,
all right,
anyway.
guys, that's about it for me.
Yeah, man.
I've got an early morning, and we've still got a little weather kicking on, and we just hit the hour mark. I want to thank you guys for coming. Noli, thanks for jumping up here. And Ajot, thanks for jumping up too. Everybody in the chat, you guys have a good night, and I'll leave you guys to it.
Sweet dreams.
Indeed. Have a great night. Appreciate you coming in. We're not too far from going ahead and sending it out, but, you know, we wanted to make sure you guys had a clue of what we were doing. So with that being said, we're going to play the outro. If you want to hang around for the after show, it'll still be here. But we're going to send it out on some sunray looking shit.